Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 101 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series, where today I'm getting ready to amp up my boiler process, make it a little bit better, and more importantly, I want to automate it using mechanical arms, because mechanical arms are super cool, and can be used to move things from one location to another. Specifically, I'm pretty sure you can use them to fuel your blaze dudes. So I want to get one of these set up. I think I can use one to fuel all four. The problem is mechanical arms require precision mechanisms, which are not super easy to make. They require a little bit of effort. Not the end of the world, but it's something fun to automate. There's going to be a few things, I think, that we're going to have to automate using Create, and I'm going to want to get them set up. So first things first, I created a second little boiler here that's going to basically power the automation for the main boiler. I thought that would be a cool way to do it. And I've got some adjustable chain drives here to help speed up my processes. So I'll show you guys how these things work. Okay, I'm going to do this, and hey, you shouldn't even be here anymore. You're done. This, and then I'm going to throw down some cogwheels, boom, and boom. That should be cool. Now, if I kick this guy on, give him a little boost, he should start rotating. We'll get water in there, probably not enough to keep us going, because we're going to want this to pump a little bit faster than it currently is. So to make that happen is really easy. The adjustable chain gear shifts, when you give them a redstone signal on the red side, it'll make the one to the right of it spin faster, basically. So watch what happens. See how that one's spinning faster? See how this one's spinning faster? See how they're spinning faster? Ah, cool. Now I can turn this off, and we've got more than enough water coming in here to keep this thing happy, and this guy's keeping his water going. And then I'll tie into this mechanical system here to power our blaze burners. Sound like a plan? Hope so, because that's basically what we're going to do. So that looks pretty neat to me. So that's step one. Get that up and running. Mission successful. Now, we've got plenty of water. We don't have any heat. We have plenty of size. And what you'll notice here is that each time I feed one of these guys, his level goes up one. So he's currently at level 1. He's capable of doing 16 384 stress units. This is level 2. This is level 3. And this is level 4. So, pretty cool. We have more than enough water, and we have enough heat for level 4. So basically what we're aiming for is level 4. So we have enough size, we have enough water, we just need to keep the heat fueled, and then we'll be good to keep the heat going. And then we can, you know, power off this guy and run any contraptions that we want, which sounds pretty cool to me. So let's start working towards the precision mechanisms, because I think that's the first thing we should do. And what I'm going to do is turn this big area here into a big create workstation, where I'll create a bunch of create stuff to do a bunch of cool things. But first things first, I need to power it all with the steam boiler, and we need to automate feeding the blaze burners, otherwise nothing will work. So that's what's up right now. And we're going to automate feeding them with charcoal, by the way, in case there were any questions about that. And then I was hoping we could set up some like refined storage style things where it will do auto crafting, where I can say like, hey, I want 10 precision mechanisms. And what it'll do is it'll insert the cogwheel, the large cogwheel, the iron nugget, and the gold plate into a machine, and it will be filtered out appropriately to get things a-going. Does that sound cool? I hope so. I hope so, because I think that would be cool. But that's just my thoughts on the matter. So let's do that, right? So let's get our 3 deployers. So that's some of the first things we're going to need. So I'm going to need some deployers, and I wouldn't mind getting those automated. Let's get ready to automate these. I know we're going to have to automate andesite casing, which we can do with deploying. So we're going to need deployers to automate andesite casing, so that should also be on my to-do list. Brass hands, we should have no problem getting going. I've got some brass sheets, but we're probably going to want to automate brass sheets. So I'm going to add that and that to the to-do list, and I'm going to automate those because I don't have anything brass. I've made some manually because I knew I was going to need some to get me going, but I'd like to have that automated as well, right? So, and then the last thing for the deployer would be the electron tube. which we're going to need to automate. Iron plates we already have, but polished rose quartz, we should probably automate that with a deployer. Ooh, look at that. There's diamond grit sandpaper now? Oh, that's from Create Crafts and Additions. Okay. So we'll probably go with like the regular sandpaper. Because I want to stick with regular Create for now, and we'll check out the Additions one eventually. Right? We could enrichment chamber it, but I'm not going to do that. I want to do Create. Like the purpose of this is checking out the fanciness of Create. Right? So that's what we're going for, right? So now you can automate with these things. And granted, you could absolutely make the argument, hey, Dyer, if you want to do everything with Create, why don't you do all your automations with this? Yes, I could do that, but I'm, not gonna. So there. Questions? I hope not. So now that we've got that going, can I make, 3 deployers by chance? We're missing some andesite casings. True, but also false. So actually, you know what I wouldn't mind is 4 deployers if I can. We're missing a polished rose quartz. So I could get like 10 of those. Oh, and you know what I should have added was sandpaper. That is just paper and sand. Easy enough. And how many iterations of this do you do? Is it 8? I forget. Remember, 1 in the offhand, 1 on the main hand. Not too shabby. It is 8, right? Yep, it's 8. Sweet. Okay. So take you off there, put that in there. Now you can go in there and get me some more deployers. I want 4 for the moment. Okay. So let's get a factory going over here in Create Factory Land, where we're going to set up all the automations that we're going to want to have pretty quickly. So the first automation I'm going to work towards will absolutely be the precision mechanism. So it works like this. You have to put the gold plate onto a machine that will get a cogwheel deployed on it, then a large cogwheel, then an iron nugget. And then you have to repeat that 5 times. See the times 5? Repeat sequence 5 times. So let's start with the basics. Let's do this with... Hey, where's my thingy? Is it not down? It must not be down. These guys, right? So what we'll probably want to have is something like this, right? And then we will probably want... Hey, give me that back. 1, 2, 3, and you can rotate this with your wrench. Okay. And then we can filter these too if we want. Can I rotate these like this? Yes. So that way they're all kinds of groovy, and right, they'll connect to each other, right? And then in addition, we can filter these guys. So I know we want small cog wheels. We want it, the order of operations is small, then large, then iron nugget, right? So small, then large, then iron nugget. Okay. And in theory, that's about it. Now, I'm probably going to temporarily speaking. What I'm thinking I'll do... And then we could do... Do we have gear shifts? We do. We have gearboxes. Cool. If I did this and that, you'd be groovy? Perfect. Cool. Now if I got myself a gold plate... Okay. Let's try this out. So I'm pretty sure I would want to put 5... of these in this hand. Hey. Okay. I'm going to want 5 of these in this hand. I'm going to want 5 iron nuggets in this hand. Okay. And then if I put this on here, watch what happens. Nothing. Oh, right, because I forgot to give them rotational force. Dire. Classic dire. How should I do this? You know what I could do is the vertical gearbox again. And then a regular gearbox. Is that cool? One iteration. Now we can absolutely speed this up, and we will, because this is somewhat temporary. I'm going to eventually tie this off of this guy with higher rotational speed. Cool? But as you can see, deploy process 3 of 15. So next we have to do another cogwheel. So there's 2 ways we could do this. One, we could have like 15 deployers, right? Each set up with the same automations. Option 2 would be to loop this back. Okay? And that should be doable. I'm pretty sure what I would need for that would be a andesite funnel, but we're probably want the brass andesite, right? Brass andesite funnel? Pretty sure the funnel is what I want. Now, can funnels... How would we want to run this? There's a couple ways we could do it. Because what I'm thinking is... we might want a normal funnel here, right? So if we had a chest here, and then we had a normal funnel, right? If I put this into the chest, he would go there, and then that would do his thing, right? So realistically, if we can get this back in the chest, we'd be good, right? So I'm pretty sure if I stick a funnel here, is that enough to get you to drop? Let's see. It does. Perfect. Cool. Alright, so that's cool. Alternatively, couldn't we do that? And we could filter it from create. I think a regular filter. Okay. Deny list, allow list. So we're going to deny list, or actually let's do allow list, incomplete precision mechanism, right? Respect data, ignore data is what we want, right? So basically, if I put that filter on there, things that are not precision mechanisms will not be pulled in, but things that are incomplete precision mechanisms will get pulled in. Cool. Okay. Now watch. Sweet. And now the last one. Let's get ready to... Cool. That's because it no longer has a thing in his inventory. So see how it didn't get pulled in? Because it's complete now. And we've got our first precision mechanism. How cool is that? Huh? How cool is that? I like it. I like it. I really like it, actually. That's super cool. All right. Which means I should be able to make my first mechanical arm now. Did I teach you how to make arms? I didn't yet, but that's a to-do. That's a to-do for me to do. Mechanical arms. Okay. You don't know how to make anything else, unfortunately. Brass casings, yeah, that's also going to have to be a create thingy. Okay, so that's number one. Okay, so what we could, in theory, do is probably keep in stock up here the things that we want, right? We could do that. We could do that. Okay. And with these filters applied, it should only allow certain things in. So we can either do that with the mechanical arm, which we can now craft, by the way, if I remove this stuff from here. Hooray! Mechanical arm. So cool. Alright, it appears this mechanical arm has not been assigned to any target. Select belts, depots, and funnels in another box by right-clicking them while holding the mechanical arm in your hand. I agree. Alright, so let's do this. Let's put another filter here. I have an idea. So if I did this, and we put a filter on you, and that filter I think what we would need to have... Well, we'll do something with that in a sec. But I think this arm can handle all the other automations here, like all of them. So you should be... Oh, right, I can't input from you, but I can input from a basin. Depot. I can input from a depot. So you can't input directly from chests. You can't interact directly with chests, I should say. What can I put away at the moment? My goodness, it's almost like nothing can go away. I'll put you away. But you can go into there. Okay, so if I did a funnel here, can you funnel onto a depot like this? Or do you need the depot to be here? That's what we want. Okay, cool. And then you, Mr. Arm, take items from depot. Hey, all right. Insert them into here. And for you, I'm going to put a filter on it with an allow list. So hopefully he won't be allowed to insert anything there. But then also I would like him to insert into you guys. So that's the depot there. So where am I going to get these things from? More depots, maybe? That might not be a terrible idea. That be the way to go? Trying to imagine if there's like another... What's another inventory he can interact with besides depots? Targets for mechanical arms. Belts, chutes, depots, that kind of stuff. Okay. Maybe we leave that as is. So basically we're going to want... So here's what I'm going to try. You ready? Interface. Find storage, right? With crafting cards. So technically I think I only need 2. And it's high time. And then, did I have more? No. I should teach you how to make funnels, which I'm going to do in a sec. Right? And then we should get a network setup over here, right? So network transmitter, network receiver, network card, and the receiver. I don't think it super matters where it goes. And then the network card and the transmitter. Boom. Transmitter. I ran out of space for transmitters at one point, didn't I? But I can just start putting them here. Ain't nothing that says I can't. What are you doing in my basement, Enderman? So we wanted to add a depot here. And then what else? Andesite funnels. And maybe these guys as well. And maybe it would be a good idea to see if you know how to make... Oh, it's just dried kelp? I think we have some of that. We could set that up and add it to the... because we have a bunch right here, right? Yeah, I should add mechanical belts. The auto crafting list. And then I'm going to set it up with an external storage on that guy. The only question is, do I want another networky dude over there? I might want another networky dude over there. At this point, it doesn't matter because we have unlimited resources and unlimited power, in theory. Let's go to create land. We'll set up this dude with the external storage. Do that. And your priority will be high. And that should be cool. Now, if we look at kelp, we should have over 2,000 of it. Perfect. Now, back to create factory. Your jobs will be to stock this with a crafting card. Can I change this? I can. Cool. Let's make it keep 8 at a time. It shouldn't matter. All right, you go away, you go away, you go away. And then you guys just need some cabling. And in theory, you should spit that stuff out now, once you do it. Once I boop, 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 and boop. Sweet. Okay, cool. Now, my buddy the mechanical arm, you input from these guys, you output to these guys, and you sit right here. And now I just need to turn you somehow. Which I haven't figured out how to do yet, but I will, and it'll be super cool to do. Can I, like, turn you from the bottom by chance? Or do I need a cogwheel right where one really doesn't fit? Yeah, I totally need a cogwheel right where one doesn't super great fit. Okay. Okay. We can work with this. So thinking about it, we want a cogwheel that sits like this, effectively. We could go underground with it. I like that plan. Now, also in theory, pretty sure belts can be diagonal. So can't I put a shaft here and a shaft here and have them belt to each other? Can you not have diagonal belts anymore? Or are they, like, too close to each other? I could have sworn diagonal belts was a thing. But maybe not. So then let's do gearboxes. Okay. Well, that's cool beans. He's a little slow, but like I said, we're going to speed this all up with better stuff. Okay? Yeah, like right now we don't have the stress units to handle what we want to do. I made a stressometer. See, we're at 85% stress. That's a lot of stress. We want to be a little careful. So shortly, this steam boiler will only be used for turning on this steam boiler and handling all the processes of it. But we'll get there. Cool. That's looking pretty good to me. Yeah, but you are definitely too slow. But let's get our first gold plate in here. Okay. So in theory, the process is now simply place a gold plate in here, and eventually we should get what we want to get. Okay? The problem is we need to add this to the whitelist. So he'll get picked up. Now, where are you going to go? You shouldn't do anything. Whitelist this, right? The filter is, again, ignore data, allow list. Now, shortly, hopefully, you'll decide. Now, what's your doohickey say? When multiple outputs available, round robin. Okay, that works. Hopefully you'll eventually... Yeah, you should be grabbing that and putting him in there now. He's going to put him into the funnel, which should put him right in that. Okay, cool. Cool. So watch. Watch what happens. This is going to work now. Right? It's going to stamp that. It's going to stamp that. It's going to stamp that. And then because that's the second time through, it's going to put it in there. The arm's going to move him appropriately. Eventually. He'll get around to doing it. He's just slow right now because we're on the slow machine. But eventually the arm will move him. Very eventually. And eventually these guys, I think, should fill up. And the arm will just sit there idly waiting for more things to be available. Like, eventually these will back stuff. Wonder if there's a way to filter how many items go in there. Probably an advanced filter of some kind. Alright, so that's the second iteration. Now, we know the arm's going to take them, so let's just speed this up, because I would like to have my next arm so that I can start powering the furnace dudes and go from there. But this is working. Like, really working. And then this is my receive chest, right? So basically, refined storage crafter, put golden plate in here, get contraption there. And that's how you auto-craft these, which we'll set up shortly-ish. Cool? Alright, so now let's get another mechanical arm. What am I short on? 3 brass sheets. Really? Because I thought I made a bunch of brass sheets in advance. Oh, I did, but I left them on the thing, because I'm not smart. Okay. So now, mechanical arm. Start. Boom. And what we'll have is... Oh, cool. Okay. So then cables. And what we'll have is a depot. I have to automate these next, by the way. Okay, and then we'll have an interface here for charcoal. So you keep charcoal in stock. You funnel that down. Make sure that the angle is that way. And then the arm will be responsible for inputting and outputting. And remember it said when multiple outputs are available, round robin, right? So I think by taking it off my hotbar, I have to redo that. Cool. See? When multiple, round robin. Perfect. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so now what we're going to want is a gear like this. And that's not ideal. I'm assuming you're gonna... Oh, cool. I think it's the big gears that we can change the direction on. Not sure that's the way I want to do this. What I'll probably do... Actually, let's change this up. What I'll do... I should be able to do this. Do I have gearboxes still? I do. So maybe a vertical gearbox here. And a vertical gearbox here. And then a vertical gearbox here. See how fast the arm is with a fast rotational speed? That's awesome, actually. Is he just going to keep feeding them? Because I would like you to not do that. I imagine at some point he'll stop. He might be just getting them to a good place. I'd like you to not waste charcoal. That would be super. Okay. How's our stress units over here? 98%. Alright, good. He stopped. Yeah, so I assume he puts like 4 or 5 in there just to get them, like... There's probably an internal buffer. And then now that he's got them filled, he'll just keep restocking. And at this point, we can now change up anything else we want. So check this out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a gearbox and some shafts. Now, we get to designate how fast we want these. Can I have some more of these? Those are electron tubes. Okay. So what I'm going to set up is this. I'll probably want to disconnect you so that none of that's moving no mores. And then this might need to be reversed. Yeah, we need to reverse that. So remember, a gearbox always reverses the direction of things. So see how much faster that is now? But I can even speed it up further with gear shifts. How cool is that? Right? Now watch what happens when I get a gold plate here. And let's see how fast this is. That's kind of cool. That's kind of fast. I didn't even need this one. Holy cow. That is super cool. Right? How cool is that? I like it. And then we can tie off of this and make lots of other contraptions down the line, right? There's lots more things we can do eventually, right? Because we could have another contraption here. Like, for example, I know that I'm going to want a belt system with a deployer on it. Do I have another deployer? I do actually already have one. Where's my belts? Belts, 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 belts. Okay. That. Okay. I can have this come across here. And we'll probably want some more funnels. Okay. And we're probably going to want this, 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 and this. Cool, right? Now, we want to make, for example, andesite casings, right? That is simply deploy andesite alloys onto any logs, right? So if I got oak logs here, and we got andesite alloys here, and we gave you the andesite alloys that you need, and we put the oak logs in here. Are you too fast? Are you too fast? Am I not understanding this correctly? Andesite alloy. Can it not work on belt? Is it too fast? Does it have to be stripped? Might have to be stripped. It might have to be stripped. Manual item application. I could saw it. Okay. Saw it. Saw. Okay, let's do this. You ready? So if I put a funnel here, would you saw and then spit out onto, say, a depot? Maybe? I think he might go to there. And then we could filter the funnel. You can have filters, right? So into the inventory, and your filter should be andesite casings. Do you need to be a brass in order to do that? Andesite casings? Let's try it. If I did this with one oak, and make sure that you're rotated correctly. Oh, you spit out into the world, didn't you? Then I put that on there. He'll eat it up. Okay. So I guess you don't spit forward into the thingy. You spit into the world, which is not ideal. Oh, you're rotated the wrong way. That's why you're going the opposite direction. Can I rotate you? I'm assuming it's the rotation. Yeah, it's the other rotation. So we want to reverse you. So do we have any gearboxes that we could make? I should absolutely be automating gearboxes, by the way. I don't know why I'm not. Because that's a super commonly used thing. So in theory, this should be a break-even on gearboxes. Right? Because they'll be the same. But if I did this, it should reverse it? That's what I'm talking about. Now, I have no explanation for why that's the case, but how cool is that? Huh? That's kind of neat. I like that a lot. That's super cool. Because wouldn't that be the same? It's reversing it once, reversing it twice. So why did I have to do that? Doesn't make any sense to me. But it's okay because it's cool. Alright, I think we need to wrap up though. It's definitely wrapping up point. So Dial20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time. We'll probably automate these things a little bit more than they currently are. And that'll be fun. For now though, wrapping up. So Dial20 signing off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.